Today, the world media is asking only one question about Donald Trump, whether Trump will cause recession in the USA and many other countries apart from the USA. Here you will see the BBC article, "Is the US heading toward a recession?" You will see the same article, the same headline everywhere. Many journalists are saying, "Don't call it recession, call it Trump session," because due to Donald Trump's policies, most likely, USA may see recession in the coming time. If Trump takes a U-turn, which he does many times, like imposing tariffs, removing them a day later, imposing tariffs a day later, removing them a day later. If he keeps such a policy, then maybe recession will be averted. But for now, economists are warning that the way the stock market is tanking continuously, you see, the American stock market has fallen to the bottom in D3 without any reason. There is only one fear here, that the trade war that Trump is waging, its overall impact will be on the U.S. Trump's gamble so that the economy does not become too negative. You could say that his theory is that he will impose so many tariffs on the products of other countries that the U.S. government will save a lot of money, and with the money saved with the U.S. government, the U.S. government will reduce the taxes for its citizens to a great extent. This is a gamble. The equation of USA, in which the dose of Elon Musk also has a critical role. Under the dose, Donald Trump and Elon Musk are also trying to reduce the expenditure of the U.S. government. An attempt is being made to create such an environment that the U.S. people get income tax relief on a massive scale. Now, if there is some mathematical mistake somewhere in this entire equation, Donald Trump overestimated the tariff and the income tax makes so much difference, then there could be a long recession on a large scale in the USA. And look at the interesting thing. Recently, a Canadian politician was asked that, "Do you think that along with the US, Canada will also go in recession?" They said, "Yes, it can happen, and only one man will be responsible for it, Donald Trump."
So what does that look like? What are the potential responses?
Well, we'll see. I'll talk to the team and we'll make an appropriate response to President Trump. Again, I stress this is not the American people. Canadians know it. And if we go into a recession, it's self-made by one person. It's called President Trump's recession, which shouldn't be this way. We should be booming both countries right now.
Many European leaders are also giving such statements that if Trump continues to move ahead in this manner, then he will himself put his country in recession. He will put us too in recession. And again, see the problem with Trump is that he does not stop anywhere by making a policy. He works like a startup. People say Donald Trump believes that USA is a company and he is the CEO. No, I will go beyond that. I will say that Trump believes that USA is a startup. If a startup works, it will not be sold this week. This week, yes, we will do this. There is not one proper policy. Today something was said. Tomorrow something was said. Now recently we saw journalists asked a simple question that can there be a recession? Trump became silent and said, "Look, I don't want to predict anything. There comes a period of transition. We're making big changes. What if something happens in that?" Now, as soon as such statements came from him, the U.S. stock market started falling. The reporter stood in front of him and said, "Yes, the stock market is continuously falling." And then Trump again took a U-turn. Trump said, "No, there is no recession going to come. There is no threat of recession here." By the way, the leader of any country always says that, yes, a recession is going to come because a president, a leader, is also the chair leader of a country. He has to maintain the morale and enthusiasm of the country. So again, first of all, Trump said Canada was threatened with a tariff of 50%. Yes, above and beyond the 25% tariffs that were already imposed, another tariff of 50% was imposed. Then, when it was said that there are less chances of recession, it took a U-turn from the threat of 50% tariff. Now, here you may have two questions. Will there genuinely be a recession in the USA? And if this recession comes, why would the world care? Whatever happens in the USA will happen. Look, many years ago, a code was very famous. When US sneezes, the world catches cold. The U.S. economy had so much dominance in the whole world that when USA got a cold, the whole world would catch a cold. Today, I would say that the USA does not have so much leadership, so much dominance. A lot has changed because of China's influence. But even today, if it is confirmed that recession has come in the U.S., then many economies across the world will also face its negative impact, one after the other. Recession can come, and for now. If you look, the U.S. economy has already started showing cracks. You will find dozens of articles about it, that Trump is sending the U.S. economy in the wrong direction. What is happening here today is that the American consumer, the common man of America, is getting a blow on his pocket. The inflation that he is facing is increasing. The prices of basic things like fruits, bread, eggs are continuously increasing in the U.S. You must have seen that it had become an issue in the USA that eggs, which are a very basic commodity, its prices have increased a lot in the US because whatever policies Trump has imposed tariffs. In the end, the American consumer will be hit by it. So again, this is a recipe for disaster. I can see that this gamble of Trump, literally I would say he's playing a gamble, this tariff war, that he should impose tariff on this and tariff on that. He is playing a very big gamble. You can even say that one day he imposes tariff, the next day he ends the tariff, then talks start, then the next week he says that these people are not listening to us. First of all, this is not the behavior of a superpower country at all. So again, this will be interesting to see what happens. If some updates come, then I will keep bringing updated videos for you.
Thanks for watching this video. Stay safe.